At our wedding, the air shimmered with music, laughter, and 1,000 tiny lights reflecting off champagne glasses. I smiled, shaking hands with relatives I barely remembered, doing everything I could to absorb the moment I dreamed about for years. My name is Michael, and I had always imagined this day unfolding differently. Emily smiling at me across the aisle. A perfect beginning, a perfect life. But life has a way of revealing its truth at the cruelest possible time. Emily lifted her glass during our first dance, her eyes sparkling the same way they had when we first met. My chest tightened with pride. This was the moment. Our moment. But instead, in a voice that still pierces me to this day, she said, "This dance is for the man I've secretly loved for 10 years. Everything stopped. The music. My heartbeat. The world. I turned to her, waiting for a laugh, a wink. Something to show this was a twisted joke. But her eyes were calm. Her smile deliberate. Then she walked past me. Past the man she had just married. And stopped right in front of my brother Daniel. The room erupted. Confused applause at first. Then genuine cheers from people who thought this was some kind of romantic reveal. A love confession. A moment to celebrate. Meanwhile, I felt the floor tilt beneath me. My face drained. My legs barely held. Daniel gave a small, nervous smile. Not out of love but shock. Panic. The look of someone who had just been dragged into a fire they pretended didn't exist. I wanted to scream. Break glass. Flip tables. But instead a strange cold calm washed over me. Because in moments like this, clarity matters more than chaos. I scanned the crowd until I found my father. His brow was tense, eyes darting between Emily and Daniel. He had always been my anchor, and now I needed wisdom more than ever. I stepped close and asked the question that could unravel or explain everything. "Dad, did you know about her feelings?" The room inhaled. Laughter dimmed. Glasses froze midair. My father's eyes widened, shock, guilt, sorrow all tangled together. He shook his head, words caught in his throat. Emily's smile cracked. Just slightly, but enough. A decade of secrets trembled behind it. And then Daniel collapsed. Not fainting. Not dramatic shock. But crumpled. Like a man whose lies had finally become too heavy to stand under. Gasps filled the room. Someone shouted for help. Guests rushed in, forming a wall of panic and confusion. I stood still, the world spinning around me, trying to understand how the happiest day of my life had turned into a public unmasking of betrayal. Emily had smiled at me every morning, held my hand, whispered, "I love you." But all of it had been a performance, an act hiding a 10-year secret. A secret standing right in front of me. I crouched beside Daniel. His eyes fluttered open, and for a moment, guilt flashed sharp and unmistakable. "You two?" I asked, voice steady. "You've been hiding this for 10 years?" He opened his mouth, but I lifted my hand. "No. No excuses. I want the truth." Emily finally spoke, her voice trembling like each word might shatter her. "I didn't want to hurt you, Michael. I thought I could love both of you. I thought I could control it." "Control," I repeated. "You controlled me for 10 years. Every smile. Every touch. Every promise." I turned to Daniel. "And you enabled it. Why?" He swallowed. "Emily and I had feelings since college. It never felt real until recently. I didn't know how to stop it. I didn't want to ruin your life." Too late. The sting of betrayal hit hard, but beneath it, a strange calm settled. A clarity I had never allowed myself to feel before. I stood slowly, letting silence fill the room. "So this is your truth? 10 years of lies? And you chose my wedding day to reveal it?" Emily didn't speak. She didn't need to. Her guilt was written all over her. I turned to my father. "Was there anything you could have done differently?" His silence was the answer. The room had gone completely still. Guests stared. Phones recorded. Whispers spread like fire. My wedding had become a spectacle of secrets. I took a breath, steady, cold, final. "Emily. Daniel." My voice didn't shake. "This is where it ends. I will not live inside your lies. Not one more second." Emily went pale. Daniel bowed his head, defeated. My father looked away. I walked toward the exit, each step heavy but deliberate. I wasn't just leaving a hall. I was leaving a decade of manipulation, secrecy, and betrayal. Outside, the night was cold and quiet. Stars glimmered above, distant, indifferent. And there, in that silence, I understood something. Betrayal hurts. But clarity heals. I didn't know what tomorrow would look like. But I knew this. No one, family, love, or history would ever define my worth again. Under those indifferent stars, I made a choice. A choice forged from pain but rooted in self-respect. I will live for myself. And I will rise from this.